100 million years ago, this exact patch of ocean tried to kill everything in it. You were the reason. You don't have a name for that yet. You don't have a name for anything. You're a Kronosaurus, the largest hunting reptile this continent's seas ever built. Not a dinosaur. Something older and colder and better at this, 4 flippers. A skull the size of a small boat. Teeth that don't cut, they hold, and they crush. And here's the part nobody tells you. The sea you were made for was freezing. Ice in the water some winters. You are a cold water animal wearing a warm water coastline like a costume that doesn't fit. Tonight, you're off modern Queensland. The reef has rules. You've never read them. Right, let's run it. If you want to see more extinct things dropped where they don't belong and quietly falling apart when they get there, you know the drill. This one's a fish out of the wrong ocean. You're born already moving, no egg, no nest, no shore to crawl up. You come out live, into open water, breathing before you've fully understood what breathing is. That's how your kind does it. The sea is the only room you'll ever live in, so you surface. First thing, always the first thing. You are enormous, and you are a reptile, and you cannot pull oxygen out of the water like the fish around you. You have to come up. You have to keep coming up. For the rest of your life, the ceiling of your world is air, and every trip to it is a decision. The water here is wrong, it's warm. Bath warm, near the top, over pale sand and coral you've never met. Your body was drawn up over millions of years for a sea that ran cold to near freezing in winter. A sea whose fossils still carry the marks of ice. This isn't that. This is a tropical postcard, and you are the thing that doesn't belong in it. But warm water is full water. That much you work out fast, you dive. The reef opens under you like a city. Color, movement, 10,000 small lives that have never once had to think about something your size. On the old sea, you'd have had cold, dark, open range. Here you've got structure. Walls. Bommies. Places prey can tuck into and disappear. You're clumsy in it at first. Too big for the alleys. You clip coral. You lose a fish into a crack you can't follow. The reef is designed to hide things from animals like you, and it's good at its job. So you stop trying to chase in the maze. You drop off the edge instead, out where the reef falls away into blue, and you hang there in open water, the one place that still feels like home, and you wait. You are very good at waiting. A shape passes overhead, slow, broad, grazing. You don't know the word dugong. You don't need it. You know soft. You know slow. You know that shape has no idea you exist. One beat of 4 flippers. That's all it takes to move a body like yours from still to committed. The afternoon goes very quiet, very fast. Field note, this isn't a monster. It's a marine reptile called Kronosaurus queenslandicus. And everything about it came out of Queensland, the dry, landlocked Outback. That dirt was seafloor once. The desert you'd drive through today is the ocean this animal owned. How big was it? The bones argue. Old reconstructions pushed near 13 meters, but the most famous skeleton was mounted with extra vertebrae padding it out. So modern estimates pull it back to around 9 to 11. The record stops at the bones, and the bones don't agree. Its teeth weren't blades. They were cones, built to seize and hold, not to slice. We know what it ate because we've found it inside. Turtles, fish, smaller reptiles. You grow the only way anything ever has. By turning other lives into your own. The reef teaches you quickly, not by welcoming you, but by punishing every mistake. You stop chasing through coral. Instead, you let the reef work for you. Every turtle must breathe. Every dugong must surface. Every careless shadow eventually rises toward the light. So you wait below it, motionless, a pale belly disappearing into the glare above. The turtle never sees you. The dugong never hears you. Neither gets a second chance. Weeks become months. The reef begins to change around you. Schools of fish split before you've even arrived. Turtles hesitate longer before surfacing. Even sharks start giving your silhouette a little more room. For a while, it almost feels like you've found your ocean again. Then the engines arrive. One trawler empties more fish from the reef in an afternoon than you could hunt in days. Tourist boats anchor over your favorite hunting grounds. The water grows louder, busier, stranger. You were built to dominate an ecosystem, not compete with a civilization. And worse still, this reef already has rulers. A bull shark claims the river mouths. A saltwater crocodile owns the mangroves. Neither fears you. For the first time in your life, being the biggest thing in the water no longer means being in charge. Field note. Here's something scientists still argue about. Kronosaurus may not even be the right name. The original fossil was just part of a jaw, far too little. Some researchers say to define an entire genus. Others disagree. Which means one of the world's most famous prehistoric marine predators still carries a name that might not belong to it. That Paleontology. Sometimes the biggest arguments start with the smallest fossils. The orcas find you on a gray morning. You feel them before you see them. The water carries their voices, and the voices are organized. This is not a shark blundering into your space. This is a pod, and a pod hunts the way you never learned to fear, because nothing in your old, cold sea ever coordinated like this. You do the only thing that's ever worked. You go deep. You put the blue between you and them, and you hang in it, still, that pale belly up, waiting for the problem to lose interest. The problem does not lose interest, because they know the one rule you can't break. You have to breathe. They don't rush you. They take turns. They sit on the ceiling, your ceiling, and they wait for the thing you can't not do. And the warm water, the water that was wrong from the first minute, has been quietly working against you this whole time. Your dives are shorter than a Kronosaurus's should be. You need the surface sooner. You always did. Here, you hold until holding stops being a choice. Then you rise, not because you decide to, but because your body decides for you. Up through the blue, toward the light, toward the air, toward them. The first hit comes from the side. You barely feel it. You're built like a battering ram, and one strike means nothing. You turn, jaws open, all that crushing weight swinging around to find something to hold onto. There's nothing to hold onto. They're already gone. And another one hits from behind, you swing toward it. Empty water. They split around you like you're a rock in a current, and every time you commit that huge head to a target, the target is already somewhere else. You are fast once in a straight line. You are not fast twice. A hit lands square on your flank. You hear it more than feel it, a dull, deep note through the whole length of you. A hit like that should have ended you. It didn't. It didn't have to. They're not trying to end you in one go. They're trying to keep you down here, away from the air, until the water does it for them. And the water is happy to help. This is the fight you were never designed for. You are a solo ambush. One animal, one strike, one clean take from below. You have no answer to many, from every angle, patient, keeping you off the surface. Your whole life has been you deciding when the afternoon goes quiet. You don't get to decide this one. You make the surface. You get the breath. It costs you. You go down again with less than you came up with, and they're still there, and they're in no hurry at all. They have somewhere to be tonight. You don't. The blue gets darker, not deeper. Just further from the air. You were the reason this ocean was terrifying once. This isn't that ocean. And these aren't your rules. The afternoon goes very quiet. For once, not because of you. Here's the thing the reef was never going to tell you. You didn't need the orcas. You were already losing. Kronosaurus didn't die in the great asteroid the way the storybooks like. Its kind was gone from these seas long before that, millions of years early, when the warm world rose and the cold inland sea it was built for drained away and simply stopped being a place. The animal didn't get killed. Its ocean got cancelled underneath it, so dropping it on a warm modern reef was never a second chance. It was the same death faster. Wrong water, wrong temperature, wrong century. A cold sea giant put back into the exact conditions that ended its line the first time and asked to try again. It doesn't get to try again. Its bones are already in the desert. They always were. That's the sim. I'll see you in the next one. Drop the next creature in the comments. The one with the most replies gets dropped into modern Australia next week. Somewhere it absolutely does not belong, and left to work out for itself just how badly the maths has changed. I'll bring the data. You bring the poor decisions. Whoever picks the biggest mismatch wins.